Hey there guys, how's it going, man? Back with a post-fight review. I just got done watching the Taylor Prograis fight. It just ended about 2 minutes ago. Probably gonna upload this later. What a fight, man! What a fight! That was a damn good fight. Amazing fight. It was everything we hoped it would be and more. Absolutely amazing. Just two guys, proper world-class fighters. Amazing heart, amazing chin, and world-class boxing skills between the two of them. It was nip and tuck. Both guys were chin checked. Both guys were cut. Both guys were hurt. Both guys were swollen. Both guys had moments in the fight where they looked as if they were tiring, and both guys, to me, just showed a tremendous resolve. To me, I mean, it was really, really glorious to watch. Now, before I get to talking about the fight and how I thought it went, I want to get the negatives out of the way because there's plenty of positives about what happened with Taylor Prograis. I want to talk about the undercard a little bit. Now, I'm sick and tired of ranting about corruption in boxing and about biased commentary, but first of all, the Lawrence Okolie fight, I can't remember the name of his opponent, some guy from Belgium, he fought for the European title. What a despicable display that was. I mean, Lawrence Okolie is one of the most disgraceful fighters in the country, man. I mean, he in the first round of that fight, I think I counted 20 clinches. He clinched the guy more than 20 times in the first round. Spent the whole fight leaning on the guy's back, pushing him, shoving his forearms and his glove into the guy's face. And by the eighth round, the guy had given up because he was out of gas. He'd been leaned on all night, pushed around, and yeah, Lawrence Okolie knocked him out. And you had the commentators, Darren Barker and whatnot, you know, bloody dick riding Lawrence Okolie, acting as if it was a great performance and he's going to go on to be a world champion in his next fight. And ugh, bloody ridiculous. Then you had the Ricky Burns Lee Selby fight, which I thought was a pretty good fight. However, I didn't agree with the decision personally. I thought Ricky Burns clearly won the fight. I was so confused as to what I was seeing on Twitter. People were acting as if Selby clearly won, outboxed Ricky. I don't think so. I think that Selby spent the whole fight running, fouling, holding, and he was trying to spoil and trying to survive, whereas Ricky to me was trying to fight, and I felt that Selby just didn't look like he wanted to be there, as far as I'm concerned. He looked like he was there to survive and spoil, and I thought the scoring was an absolute travesty. One of the judges had, I think, what was it? Was it Selby winning by 4 rounds or something? I can't remember the score off the top of my head, but it was something ridiculous. And yeah, I thought that was a terrible officiated fight. The referee never warned Lee Selby once. There was even a moment where Selby, hit Burns after the bell, and Burns hit him back, and Burns got warned. And it was like in the Lawrence Okolie fight. Lawrence Okolie was holding and leaning, but the referee was warning the other guy. Warning the other guy for Okolie's fouls. It was shocking. But we had the good heavyweight fight on the undercard, David Price against Chisora. I was kind of disappointed in David Price, but I understand that Price was, taking the fight on short notice. He didn't look to be in particularly great shape. I think in the Dave Allen fight, he looked much more slim. He looked a lot more, like he'd been hitting the gym and all that. And I think against Chisora, he just ran out of gas so quickly and he got broken down. But, God bless David Price. I like the guy. I think he's a nice guy and I wish him all the best. But Derek Chisora wants to fight Usyk. Chisora says he'll fight Usyk next if they can't get Joseph Parker. And that Usyk fight might be for a WBO world title eliminator. So that'll be quite interesting. It'll probably be in London. I favour Usyk to beat Chisora. I think Usyk might even stop him. Or it'll at least be a comfortable decision win. But on to the main event. Josh Taylor was fantastic. He showed in this fight, just like he showed in the Baranchik fight and the Postal fight, the ability to adjust. He was having problems early on. I thought that Prograis was outboxing him in the early rounds. He was busting him up a bit with the jab. He was catching him to the body. And then by the sixth round, Josh Taylor made a decision to put it on him. He started, moving forward, pushing Prograis back and started using his size, started to work the body, whipping in those hooks and uppercuts to the body. And, he busted Prograis' nose. He was swelling him up a bit and he was really, really just putting it on Prograis. And Prograis, to me, started to gas. By about the 7th and 8th round, I don't think Prograis had ever been in that situation before. But then, in the 10th round, and Josh Taylor had a very good 10th round, I thought, Prograis seemed to get a second wind, and he started to actually piece Taylor up a bit in the last few rounds. And yeah, Taylor's eye was fucked at the end of the fight. He had really, really bad swelling over his right eye. But Taylor, to me, grinded out the win. I actually predicted in my prediction, my final prediction, I said that Prograis will have a lot of success in the fight and he'll chin check Taylor. But at the end of the video, I said I'm going to go with Taylor by a very, very close decision. And that was what happened. He won by a majority decision. I agree with the decision totally. I thought Taylor won by 2 or 3 rounds, but he had to really work hard for it, man. It was a real, real hard-fought victory. So that's all I've got to say. I'm going to do another breakdown of it. I'm going to do a longer video on Monday, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to do a big breakdown of it on Monday. Tell you guys what I thought in full. So this is just my initial response, my initial reaction to the fight. So God bless Josh Taylor. Got the best resume of any British fighter with only 16 fights. All right, I said that in my previous video where I was talking about his resume after 15 fights. He's now a unified champion. He's now the lineal champion in the light welterweight division. So yeah, let me know what you guys think anyway. Thanks for watching and God bless.